So Trevor Bauer, he was a pitcher for Cleveland, ex-Cleveland pitcher. I'm sure that you have probably seen this story at this point. He played for Cleveland from like what, up to 2014, 2013, something like that, to 2019, at which point he was basically run out on a rail because he was falsely accused of rape by this chick that he was seeing. And her name's Lindsay Hill. And now, 2 years on, we are just now everybody's seeing the text messages where she was sending to her friends saying that he was her next victim. Like, she literally typed this stuff out. And people were asking her, well, how are you? She's like, he's worth $51 million. And she was going to extort him. She said that she was being an absolute skank. She said this. She said she was being an absolute WHORE so that she could get his 51 mil. And she said she needed him to choke her out and all this stuff. The morning that she accused him of brutally attacking her, or the morning after she accused him of brutally attacking her and like beating her and putting bruises on her face, she took a selfie video of herself while she was still in bed. And he was next to her and she was smirking at the camera. And it was a complete psychotic planning to extort this guy. And he never paid her a dime, but he had to suffer. I mean, he had his career essentially ruined. I mean, I was asking Steve, I'm like, is he still playing in Japan? I think he had to go play in Japan. She got a $300,000 payout from her insurance company. I don't know why. But she accused him of sexual assault in 2021, and she did not win it. She did not succeed in extorting him. And he pitched 10 seasons in Major League Baseball, and they suspended him for 324 games. That's like 2 seasons. And then they reduced it to 194 games in December of last year. And then the LA Dodgers, which is his former team, released him in 23. Nobody else would sign him. So he signed a $4 million contract with a team in Japan. He was never arrested. He was never charged with a crime. So he sued the girl. He sued the chick who made up the story about him. And she accused him of horrific things, none of which were proven. Like, she accused him of so many horrific things. She's like, he held a knife to my throat and he did this and that and all this other stuff. And this is, as a mom of sons, oh man, God put a hand over my mouth. Not even joking. This is, first off, there's a couple things here. And I can tell this to you dudes without any fear of, because you do have bad chicks out there. I've always told my sons, and even when I was growing up, I think dudes need, if you're going to go out and you're going to get in the dating scene, I always thought it was helpful for dudes to have a female amongst their group who could kind of be a wingman. Because let me tell you something, chicks will know another chick within seconds. And chicks will be like, she's crazy, or she's not crazy, and they're not wrong. And in this day and age, you have a lot of trifling females out there who have no at all whatsoever self-worth, apparently, and they'll do stuff like this. I think if a chick falsely accuses a guy of something this horrific, they should suffer the penalty that would be given him were he guilty of what he was being accused of. Because you are maliciously trying to ruin someone's life with false accusations. And it's gotten so bad. It's affected how men date. It has affected like younger generations. It's not that an issue of confidence so much as they don't want to ever be falsely accused of something. And you can never, and honestly, I get so tired of some of this stuff because you hear, and I have friends who have just girls, I have just boys, and I have friends who have girls and boys. But if you're going to tell everyone else to raise gentlemen, by God, you better raise ladies. Women are not exempt from not acting like absolute mindless sluts who want to drink every drop of liquor at a party. They're not exempt from acting like ladies any more than the men are exempt from acting like gentlemen. This is a two-way street here, as we can see with Trevor Bauer. Now, this chick falsely accused him, tried to ruin his life. And I mean, I think she did impact it. She did. I mean, he definitely can prove damages for sure. The stuff that she was saying and bragging about to her friends, there's all this video of her online being absolutely heinous to people. Horribly mean to people. She looks like a psycho, doesn't she? Doesn't she have crazy eyes, Kane? She got crazy eyes. But it is so prevalent now. It's like you had, like, for instance, the UVA story. This was several years ago. Rolling Stone wrote this story about this chick who falsely accused a frat of gang raping her. Ruined these dudes' lives. And as it turned out, she made it all up to try to make the guy she was actually romantically interested in, jealous. They never even reached out. Her friends ratted her out. They didn't even bother to do the due diligence. They just took her claims face value. And you had this whole believe all women thing, as though men inherently cannot ever be believed. It is so sexist. We live in such a matriarchal driven society. Do not insist otherwise. We do. Dudes are it's not an issue of confidence. They are so nervous about being falsely accused and have their lives ruined because all it takes is an accusation. We live in a society where justice is determined on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It is the court of public opinion, and the penalty is rendered before the truth is even out there. Guys don't have a chance. And because of the pervasive sexist mindset towards men, guys are immediately assumed guilty because they're guys, right? I don't know. It's just, it's wild. You instantly have to believe the woman. This chick, I mean, what is ever going to happen to her? She's not going to have any penalty at all whatsoever. Even in the court of public opinion, I mean, people are dragging her, but I mean, she's not losing a job. She's not losing income. She tried to extort this guy, falsely accused him of heinous things. And what? She gets to walk? And the journalist, Molly Knight, who wrote this, she ought to get dragged too, because she enabled all of this stuff. This garbage reporter. It's not a reporter. She did the same thing. What was it? Sabrina Erdley did over at Rolling Stone with the UVA story. Molly Knight just redid that. I mean, false accusations of rape you should suffer the penalty that you're accusing of what the accuser would be convicted of. Yeah, she's protected her tweets now. Okay, I couldn't see her stuff yesterday. Yeah, she protected her tweets now. Molly Knight did, the reporter who enabled all of this stuff. It's sad. It's sad. She said that he fractured her skull. She wrote this. Molly Knight literally wrote that Trevor Bauer fractured Lindsay Hill's skull. Well, the video that came out, and by the way, that was hidden from his defense team illegally. That was never shared or made available to his defense team ever. And the video that she took, her skull's supposed to be fractured. She looks fine. She's like smirking at the camera, all this stuff. She's, nuts. There's this video that was circulating of her the other night. She looked like, she looked like she was at some event. She was like being ignorant to people, going off on me. She's nuts. But she bragged about targeting him. She bragged about all this stuff. I mean, he lost, 2 years of his career because of this gold digging skank. And that's exactly what she is. She's a gold digging skank. Now, this, no. I can say that. It's okay because she is. And dude, you should be able to say it too. Because she is. Lindsay Hill is a gold digging skank. The end. I mean, this guy, the more you read about it, it is one of the most horrific things I've ever read. The stuff that she accused him of, you have to be soulless. It's just evil. It is demonic. And then the Dodgers. Remember, when are the LA Dodgers going to apologize? This is their tweet from January 6th. The Dodgers organization believes that allegations of sexual assault or domestic violence should be thoroughly investigated, blah, 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 blah. And with due process given to the accused. But they never did that. They never gave him due process. They literally, in one paragraph, they said that they should give due process to the accused. And then in the next sentence, they talked about dumping him. And then and they noted on Reddit too. Reddit moderators are just absolute crap also. They the subreddit on baseball, the baseball thread, they spent 2 years going after, as Kane noted, Bauer. And then when it showed that he was falsely accused, smeared, and his life ruined, the moderators, wanting to dodge all culpability, locked the thread and deleted comments. So my son is a freshman in college. And their university's been sending out, it's the Office of like Civil Rights, Equity, and Title IX. And they've been sending out these emails demanding that these students, particularly the males, they have to watch these videos or they can be suspended from school. And it basically portrays all men as barbaric animals who can't overcome their rapist urges. And it actually also asks them, do you think if you see a situation where you suspect that this may be happening, should you get involved? Like, they have no regard for the liability that someone else may incur by getting involved in a situation in which they know nothing about, number one. But number two, where's the responsibility for the women? Stop falsely accusing dudes of rape. Stop it. Stop falsely accusing dudes of being rapists. Where are the videos going out to these little princesses about that? Title IX, where's that at? Stop ruining dudes' lives out of spite because you're not good looking enough to attract him. Stop it. Stop being a gold digging skank. Where are the videos going out about this? It is so frustrating. I remember when I was in college and I was raised entirely in a Democrat vacuum. I mean, I had a Democrat family. I did not meet a Republican until I went to college, and I'm not even exaggerating. I grew up in such a bubble. I literally, with my Democrat family and my Democrat bubble, knew no diversity, knew nothing. It wasn't until I actually met Republicans and went to college and was exposed to greater knowledge that my mind began expanding. And it amazes me that you'd never have thought of doing stuff like this when you're in school. And I used to think, oh, well, I was raised Democrat. I'm probably a feminist. And then I had sons, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like third wave feminism is an evil concept that is absolutely antithetical to the purpose of raising good young men. I just look at this stuff and I worry for women, or not women. I worry for men. That's why I'm like, my husband can't hit a girl, but I sure as hell can. That includes some weak dudes too. But I feel so bad for this guy. And I've seen some of these third wavers out there. Oh, he's still a millionaire baseball player. Shut up, chick. Shut up. You ruined his life. You altered his own self-perception. Thankfully, he fought on and he didn't settle for anything. They just wanted him to pay her and go away. He wasn't going to do it. And hopefully this gives a little bit, a little bit of courage to some of these other guys, to some other guys out there. And hopefully it scares the hell out of some of these gold diggers that think they can extort these guys. Here's the thing. Don't go out and get totally, plastered and lose control of your faculties. And also be careful about your piece that you're going out with, okay? There's too many crazy people that have no sense at all whatsoever of self-respect, self-worth, or right and wrong in this world.